All right, seventh graders, going to be talking about measurement today. We can identify appropriate measurement units. We can also convert customary units. We can convert customary units. Okay. So if you look here, here's kind of like a table. We've got different types of measurements for length, such as inch, foot, yard, and mile. Capacity is more for like liquids. How much can you fit in something? Fluid ounces, cups, pints, quarts, or gallons. And then we talk about weight being ounces, pounds, and tons. Now the important thing is you want to see these equivalents. So make sure that you have this section copied down into your notes, because you're going to need this to solve some problems. You're going to need to reference back to this, and I'm going to reference back to this. So again, this will be how we convert units from one unit to the other. So first we're just going to look at choosing an appropriate unit of measure and to explain our choice. So I'm going to look at the weight of a truck. And again, if I look at my choices for weight, I know that trucks are very, very heavy. So I'm going to do tons, because 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. And I know that cars are multiple thousands of pounds. So cars are very heavy, over 1,000 pounds. And so because they're so heavy, that's why we're going to choose tons. Length of a hallway rug. So if we look at length, again, inch, feet, yards, or miles, I would say that a hallway rug is usually going to be, 3 feet by 5 feet, 6 feet by 4 feet. So I think I'm going to use feet to measure this. Inches is too small. Miles is way too big. You probably could use yards if you had like a 2-yard long rug by a half-yard long rug, but again, I think you'd be more accurate with feet. So we're going to choose feet, and we'll just say hallway rugs are about medium size. And when we talk about rooms and carpet and houses, we always talk about square footage. How many square feet is this? So if you want to, again, if you're shopping for a rug here in the United States, they're probably going to be listed as 3 by 5 or 6 by 4, 10 by 3. And that's feet. So you're going to want to use feet. The length of a pencil. I'm looking at a pencil right now. It's probably a little bit less than a foot since I've been sharpening it. And since it's less than a foot, I am going to use inches, because again, it's my smallest customary unit of measure. Pencils are small. The weight of a baby, if I'm looking at units, tons is way too big. I don't know any babies that weigh over 2,000 pounds. Change that. Pounds, yeah, I think oftentimes babies are kind of born between 7 and 10 pounds if they are on time. Sometimes if they're like preemies, they may weigh a little bit less, but usually babies you talk about with pounds and ounces. So you might say this baby is 6 pounds and 9 ounces, or 8 pounds and 3 ounces. So that's just kind of how people talk about the weight of babies. Converting units. This is where it gets a little more mathy. This is the important stuff. So once you've decided what your unit is, you got to figure out, how am I going to convert it into what I actually want? So I have quarts. Okay, so if I look up here, I see, okay, quarts. I do not have a quart to gallon conversion. However, I can go quart to pint and then pint to gallon. So I always recommend you make a little roadmap. So we're starting with quarts. Then from quarts, we're going to go to pints. And then from pints, we're going to get to our end result, which is gallons. So always start with what you have over 1. So I have 10 quarts, 10 Q over 1. And now I got to figure out what is my quarts to pint relationship. So my quart to pint relationship is 1 quart for every 2 pints. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to cancel out quarts, so I have to put the quarts on the bottom. Because if I have quarts on top and quarts on the bottom, they're going to cancel out. So 1 quart equals 2 pints. Oh man, I'm going the wrong way. Mr. Larson's losing his mind. We're not going to go quarts to pints to gallons. We're just going to go quarts to gallons. I'm going crazy. I misread that. So again, 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. We don't want to go smaller. We want to go bigger. So I'm still going to keep it set up the same, but 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. Now when I look at this, I say, okay, quarts divided by quarts cancels out, which means I'm just left with 10 times 1 gallons on the top and 1 times 4. I don't really have any units on the bottom. 10 times 1 is 10, 1 times 4 is 4. So this is going to equal 2.5 or 2.5 gallons. Again, I apologize for the error at the beginning, but what you need to do is you need to look at how can I cancel out this quarts unit so that I'm left with gallons. So that's like, okay, this time we have 14 ounces equals blank pounds. So I'm going to say, okay, I know that ounces, 1 pound equals 16 ounces, okay? So using this conversion, that's what I need to solve this problem. So I can go right from ounces, let's get a different color. Just colored up. And go from ounces to pounds directly. So again, start with what you know. I know I have 14 ounces over 1. And then my conversion is 16 ounces equals 1 pound. But because I have ounces on top, I need to also put 16 ounces on the bottom. And this is the same as 1 pound. So I see that, okay, I'm going to take ounces divided by ounces. That's going to cancel out. I'm left with 4 times 1 over 1 times 16. And my label is going to be pounds. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 16 is 16. So 14 ounces. Oh, I skipped the 1 here. 14 ounces over 16 ounces. And again, we want this in terms of pounds. So let's just simplify this. 14 over 16 is the same as 7 over 8 pounds. So a little less than 1. Last conversion example, we've got inches converting to feet. So again, 1 foot equals 12 inches, so that's going to be useful. So I'm going to start with inches and I'm going to go to feet. So I'm going to start with 18 inches over 1 multiplied by, let's see here, what do we want to put? 12 inches on the bottom is the same thing as 1 foot. And then again, when I look closer, I see inches divided by inches is going to cancel out. 18 times 1 is 18. 1 times 12 is 12. So I get 18 over 12, which is the same thing as 1 6/12, or 1.5. And again, my unit is feet. So 18 inches is the same as 1.5 feet. Last but not least, at Cub Foods, you can buy 16 ounces of bacon for $3.99. At Hy-Vee, you can buy 24 ounces of bacon for $5.99. What is the better deal? So I, again, want to find the price per ounce. So we want to compare price per ounce. So if I can get 16 ounces at $3.99, I'm going to take $3.99 and divide it by 16. And when I do that, let me get my calculator. I'm going to get 0.249375. So we're going to round that up to about, let's say 0.2493 or 94. Again, this would round up to approximately about 25 cents per ounce for the Cub Foods 16-ounce bacon. So we'll just put that in blue here. And then we'll change colors for Hy-Vee. We'll do orange. Hy-Vee, you can buy 24 ounces for $5.99. So again, I'm going to take my $5.99. I'm going to divide it by how many ounces I have because I want to get the price per ounce. $5.99 divided by 24 is 24.9583333. So again, these both round to 25 cents per ounce. However, when I look at it and dig into it, I see that this is 0.2494 and this is 0.2495. So what's cheaper is actually the Cub Foods brand for the $3.99 16 ounces. However, it's so minuscule that unless you're buying thousands of pounds of bacon, you're probably not going to save yourself too much money. It looks like you're saving yourself 1/10,000th of a cent per ounce. So eventually it'll add up, but if you're looking for what's cheaper, technically the Cub Foods deal is cheaper.